Jai Hind everyone. Welcome back to my channel Science at Your Tips. In this video, we are going to learn our new chapter, Structure of Atom. This chapter is to clear your basic concepts of chemistry. In this chapter, we will learn about few general terms, compounds and formula daily used while we learn chemistry. So, we will study this chapter in three parts. In the first part, we will learn about general terms. In second part, we will learn about how to write formula, and in third part, we will learn balancing. So, before we start, make sure you subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any of the segments. So, our very important term in chemistry is atom. Let us know what atom is. So basically the atom is tiny particle of matter which is made up of subatomic particle, that is electron, proton and neutron. That is why we also called atom as building block of matter. Now the question arises, what is matter? So, matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Any particular thing like box, water, air which occupies some space and has some mass is known as matter. Matter is of three types: solid, liquid and gas, and these matter is made up of atom. Now, understanding the subatomic particles, let us see the model of an atom. So, this is the model of an atom which was proposed by Rutherford. The electron has negative charge, the proton has positive charge, and the neutron has no charge. Since there are equal negative as well as positive charge on an atom, that is why it is known as electrically neutral. Now, before understanding the subatomic particles thoroughly, let us see the model of an atom. So, this is the model of an atom which was proposed by the scientist Rutherford. The first scientist who proposed the model of an atom was J.J. Thomson. The model of an atom which was proposed by J.J. Thomson is also known as watermelon model or pudding model, in which he told that the red part of the watermelon are the protons and the seeds of the watermelon are the electrons, which was rejected after few years, and the model which we now study is the model which was proposed by Rutherford. Now let us know what are subatomic particles. The electron carries negative charge and it is present outside the nucleus of an atom. The proton is positively charged subatomic particle and it is present inside the nucleus of the atom. The number of proton is always equal to the number of electron in a neutral atom. Now, the neutron is the subatomic particle which does not carries any charge. It is also present inside the nucleus of the atom. Element is the basic or simplest unit of a matter which cannot be decomposed or dissociated by any means of reaction. For example, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, helium, etc. Let's move to our another term which is compound. But before that, tell me what is atom in the comment section below so that I must know that you all are listening carefully to the video. Now let's see what is compound. When elements combine chemically in a fixed ratio, it is called compound. For example, H2O, NH3, CO2, etc. Now the next term is mixture. When two or more substances are mixed physically in any ratio, it is called as mixture, such as mixture of salt in water, mixture of sugar in water, mixture of peanuts in the namkeens, etc. Now let us see what is the difference between mixture and compound, because in these both the things are mixing. Now The first difference is that in compound the elements combine chemically, but in mixture the things combine physically. The second difference is that in compound it is in fixed ratio, but in mixture it is in any ratio. Now, since we have seen how two and more elements combine to form compound, so the combining capacity of an element is known as valency, and the valency is always fixed. For example, if the valency of sodium is 1, it will always remain 1. If the valency of magnesium is 2, it will always remain 2 no matter what. We will learn how to obtain the valency of elements in our next video. So make sure you have already subscribed the channel to never miss an update. Now the next term is ion. So ion is an atom or molecule that carries a charge. The ion are of two types, cation and anion. Now the ions which carry positive charge are known as cation, and the ions which carry negative charge are known as anions. For example, Na plus is an cation, Cl minus is an anion. Now the question arises is that how are ions formed? We have already learned that the combining capacity of any element is known as valency. So, any element requires to gain stability. To get stable, it loses electron or it accepts electron and reaches the valency of its nearest noble gas. When the element loses the electrons to gain the stability, it is known as cation, and when the element accepts the electrons to gain the stability, it is known as anion. Now, before moving further, students, give me some example of cation and anion. Now the term which is very common while we learn about ions is polyatomic ion. So what is polyatomic ion? These are the groups of atom carrying a charge collectively. For example, carbonate ion CO3 2 minus, ammonium ion NH4 plus. The polyatomic ion always is the group of atom. For example, in carbonate ion it is carbon as well as oxygen which carries two negative charges, and in ammonia it is nitrogen atom and hydrogen which carry one positive charge. Now let us mark some points to ponder, which are generally the misconceptions marked by the students. So the first point is cations are always positive charge. Anions are always negative charge. The first model of atom was discovered by J.J. Thomson. The electron is negatively charged subatomic particle. The proton is positively charged subatomic particle, and the neutron is neutrally charged subatomic particle. Make sure you learn these all points so that you never face any kind of problem in the future while learning chemistry. Thank you and stay tuned for the next video in which we are going to learn about the formula. But before that, we have to learn some questions and few topics. You have to answer these questions in the comment section below. So the first question is, what is valency? The second question is, how are compounds formed? And the third question is, name any two differences between mixture and the compound. Thank you and hope for the best.